Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to Sex Talk with T Gray, right here on WEMS Radio. I am your host, T Gray, and I have somebody in the building tonight that I'm so excited to have on, you guys. She's funny, she's creative, she's sexy as fuck. Hello, McFly's in the building. Come on in.
Hey y'all.
Hey,
Hey,
thank you for being on my show tonight.
thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I was excited to get all this pretty and all this energy on here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all can't even tell. Oh, she got all that stuff packed down in a real small package on the other end of the screen. So before we jump right into the interview into all these questions, I want you to make sure everybody knows where to find you, where to follow you, how they can hop on your OnlyFans and see all this magnificent
Okay,
talent.
cool. Well, y'all can follow me on here on Instagram. Hello McFly, HELLOOMCFOY. You can find me on Twitter, Ish McFly, ISHMCFOY. You can find me on TikTok. It's Hello McFly, but with 2 zeros instead of O's. You can find me. I'm trying to figure out where else you can find me. You can hit me on the OnlyFans. It's onlyfans.com/ISHUES. It's like
Okay,
ish.
okay. And hello to Mr. Flatliner in the building, coming through, showing support every week, sir. Yo, I fucking appreciate it, sir. Just so you know, I appreciate that for you stopping through. So, again, you guys, we are in here with Hello McFly. You guys can ask questions, you can make comments, enjoy yourselves tonight, because tonight we're having a free for all, you guys. I wanted to have a free spirit day here on Sex Talk with T Gray. So who better than have somebody such as yourself, that you are such a free spirit and you do just embody everything that is in you. So on a sexual tip, how did you get to that space to be just so free? Was it a journey, or was it just you've been like this since word go?
Not to be honest, I feel like to get as comfortable in my sexuality and like myself, I kind of was like thrown into the sex world, and then I kind of just like I did well in it and kind of just went with it. And as far as like the not giving a fuck aspect, which you kind of have to have in what I do, that came way before like that though.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with that. So, hey, Aretha Williams tapping in. Thank you for checking in. Um, so with you being thrown into it, was it like 0 to 60 for you? Was it like
Yeah, because it was more
how was the process?
like on some it was on some like I was dating a guy, he put me on the internet, and I ended up finding out, I ended up seeing that I was doing well on there, and like I was like, all right, well, whatever, me and you can do this, and that's what it was. It kind of took off from there.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you wasn't one of those, oh no, take that shit down. You was like, oh
No,
no,
because
I run these numbers up.
I'm like, I'm about my money. I said the money coming. I was like, oh, okay, well, you know what? Like, run it. And then it's also around the time COVID hit, so it was like, continue dealing with COVID pockets or try to get this bag during COVID time. So
Yeah, most definitely. So when you're doing your OnlyFans, you mostly perform with women?
I did for a while. The first like two, well, for the beginning, it was with the guy that I was with at the time. So it was the boyfriend I was with. We broke up, and then for 2 years I was doing just lesbian porn. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yep. And now I have a boyfriend now, and now it's just him and I doing content.
First of all, shout out to the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to the super fine. What's his handle again?
Yeah, you can find him on Twitter as father_figure, or you can, that name
Y'all
cracks me up.
follow that
It
man.
cracks me up. Or you can find him on Twitter, or not Twitter, on TikTok, Fireman Bay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so I'm jumping
Yeah.
around here, you
No,
guys, but
man,
clearly
I get.
we're having
I'll
a
stay
free
with you.
spirit type day.
I'll stay with you.
So you're super engulfed in doing the porn with only females, but you're able to maintain and handle and have, full relationships.
Yes.
how is that dynamic? Now, granted, you have a babe who's on board, you know what I mean? But not every man has that type of mentality.
Right,
So,
right.
how is that maneuvering that lifestyle? Is being in a relationship with men impactful on you choosing to be with women, or that's your shit?
Well, I feel like in the beginning of him and I talking, I was still collaborating with women, and then I felt like we had several conversations where he felt like it was kind of taken away from the intimacy that him and I had, and I kind of did agree with him on it. So I did start to kind of like, because I was taking him seriously in the relationship, I did kind of like fall back on collaborating with women, and then just like me and him are way more consistent than I ever was like collaborating with women. It's crazy. It's crazy. I bust out like twice as many videos with him.
So that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to have somebody not only on your team, but just accepting of the life that you choose to live and how you choose to live it. I've seen some of you guys work, and I can tell you what, you guys did a fantastic job. I wish I could play the clip on here, but I cannot. I mean, a little bit of censorship. But I think, to me, being somebody who just enjoys porn in general, I think what's so good about you guys is that you can see that that's real for you. You can see that you are really feeling it, and it's more than just, oh, let me bust this. Flatliner says in the clip. Look, I might.
That's definitely something that we've talked about. Like you can tell the chemistry in the videos.
Definitely.
Something that's just like something for regular porn where they just set up two people to fuck and that's what it is. They don't even barely know each other. Like you can tell the difference between something like that and then like people that are like falling in love with each other or like it being actual genuine love.
Yeah. So what's most important about sex to you?
I would say I'm a pleaser for real. So just kind of like pleasing my partner for real and just making sure they're pleased. But it's kind of hard when you're with a pleaser too, because then you guys are trying to like go back and forth and please each other. But like it's also good too, because at the end of the day, both of y'all gonna be satisfied at the end of the day.
Yeah. So I'm sure you've had a lot of different experiences just in these past 3 years of, hey, here's this video and here this thing has taken off, and you have close to 100,000 followers on Instagram. I don't know how many it probably is on TikTok and other places, but just how is that process going from, okay, I'm not known, to now everybody sees me, everybody loves me, you know what I mean? Is there any burden to that, especially when it comes to sex?
It's crazy going from literally I still consider myself as a nobody, but like people like, nah, you're famous. No, I'm still nobody, but all right. Going from someone who people don't know to being known is like so different, because I just realized how like known I am, because literally everywhere that I've traveled in the past 6 months, I've gotten recognized by somebody in all the age brackets at that, which is crazy. And I'm just like, it's definitely an experience. It doesn't affect my personal life at all. Me and him kind of just laugh it off sometimes. Like the people will see us in public and not say anything, but then go back on our TikToks and be like, "Oh, we saw you here, we saw you there," and it's we just kind of crack up about it because we're both like, "Well, then say something," you know. Half the time, nobody really says anything to you, and then they'll just go back on social media, be like, "Oh, I saw you."
Yeah. I mean, but I can understand that to a certain extent, especially given what it is that you all are known for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And be like, hey, mom, that's the girl I bust off to right there.
That's my thing too. Like I've had different reactions to when people notice me. Like one time when I was in LA, a kid came up to me and he was like, "Oh, ain't you Ish McFly?" And Ish McFly is my porn name. So I looked at him and thank God it was a crowd and I'm short. I took off. He probably seen me and then never seen me again. And I was gone. Like I'm just like I know. I'm like I'm not associating myself with kids. It's a no for me. Like, and it's also how they approach me. Like if they're like, "Oh, I follow you on TikTok," I kind of I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I might say something back, but it's just like how they
Mm-hmm.
verbalize whatever they're gonna call me. It's straight. If you call me Ish McFly on the streets and you're a kid, there's no. I'm not getting no. You're not getting no response out of me. Like I know what you exactly what you've been doing. No.
Right. So when you do these videos, is there something in particular that you want your audience to walk away with when they see you? Like other than just pure
I was about
satisfaction,
to say
like
a nut.
you know what I
I'm
mean?
about to
Like
say
I
a
feel
nut.
like just satisfaction is the surface thing. Getting the nut is the surface thing. But what do you think you want to leave, or what is it, or not even what do you think you want to leave?
Maybe
What is it that you make sure that people be like, oh damn, there she go right there?
maybe
Like
like
what's
a
that thing?
visual, maybe like a visual Kama Sutra. I'm not saying that me and him be doing all kinds of positions, but I've definitely seen my fair share of comments and people saying, "Oh, I'm about to take that home and do that to my girl" or something like that. Because
Mhm.
my height difference. I'm small, he's big, and he can lift weight like 3 times my weight. So he just be doop, 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 doop. And I guess maybe I guess try this at home instead of don't try this.
That's funny. That's funny. So being able to mix this thing that I clearly you enjoy, you
Yeah.
know, clearly you enjoy, but being able to mix this thing and mix it with that and then love. Have you found that it's more lucrative for you being with your guy, or was it more lucrative when you just had women?
It's definitely more lucrative with him just because people can see the difference in chemistry versus it just being something to do or
Hmm.
something to make some money off of. People can really like kind of like get more drawn into these videos versus just like I felt like I ain't gonna lie, some of the girl ones I could just probably fast forward to the nut parts, but like
Yeah,
mine and his, I literally will watch them all the way
yeah,
through.
yeah, most definitely. So, what has been thus far your favorite experience just on this path and doing these OnlyFans? What's been your favorite video view for so far, and what's been your least favorite?
Um, my least favorite. I don't have a least favorite. None of the videos that I've done will with and like any of the people that I've done them with, I don't regret any of them, and all of them have been good and been like I've made money off of all of them. But like my favorite, any one of the videos where I'm getting picked up, like any one of the videos I'm getting picked up because I like to be picked up.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't
Right.
nothing. I mean, I could go for some real Ving Rhames baby boy energy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and I'm not no small chick. I just still want motherfucker to pick me up.
Right. Facts.
All these
Facts.
roles,
Okay.
goddamn.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, yes. And I'm gonna be quite honest, it's only been one person, maybe two in the past few years that scooped this big bitch up. And I was just like, kudos, like high fiving and some motion after
Right.
that. Over like, thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Jesus. One
Hmm.
time, you guys, it was an old nigga too. I was surprised.
Nah, man, you can't sleep on people. I really can't. Like, you can't
No, but
older motherfuckers because sheesh, they'll surprise you. He has something to prove. He's older. He was like, I'm finna. Ooh,
you understand me? He was older and we were in the shower.
mm. Wow, that's
So
impressive.
it was impressive.
The slipping falls up in there.
It was
That's
impressive.
impressive as
It was. I'm not even with him no more, but it was
but
great.
still, that was still impressive. That was very impressive. I give him.
So Mr. Flatliner has a question. He said,
Yes,
do you ever rewatch your own clips and masturbate to them?
yes, all the time. Yes, all the time. Yes.
All the time.
Yeah.
Are you your favorite actress?
No,
Who's your fave?
Miss Be Nasty.
Okay, why?
Yeah, cause I just love the way she projects squirts. Yeah, it's something about the way she just. I'm like, I'm like, yo, how you do that? How you do that? Like, I need a tutorial on how you do that. Or like, how do you get that much to come out? Like, what is? what's your secrets? Like I be drinking hella water too, but like it don't.
We don't
What
do
buttons?
that.
What cheat codes and buttons are you pressing down there? Because I need to know. I need to know. I love her though. She's dope. Not just because of that though. Her personality on camera too. She's mad goofy, and her energy is just dope. I love her.
I think that that's very, very important. And I think that because we now have OnlyFans, I
Mhm.
think that we are at the phase of now really seeing what somebody's real personality is like.
Mhm.
We're
Yeah.
now being able to get the goofy you, get the real you, get the you know what I mean. And it seems like sex has become so much more fun on
Yeah.
screen than what it has been in the past. And
Yes.
I'm not knocking, adult film or anything to that nature. But I just feel like in that space, it gives you so much more ability to be creative. Like you're not pushing someone else's narrative. You're not showing someone else's story as it was written, or you come in, he dropped a pizza box, he fuck her, he gone, like it's not. It's not that anymore. um Creatively, when you're doing these videos, where would you like to see it go creatively?
I enjoy because I just started to get back into doing cosplay. So I want to do more character based things, but like more like black love character because a lot of people don't see a lot of people like us do anime sex. At least I haven't seen too much of
Yeah,
that. So
yeah,
I really be just seeing the white girls do it. Kudos to them. They be on it. I'm trying to be like, yo, you feel me? I'm trying to be on it too. But
yeah.
I'm trying to bring back my care because I used to do a lot of cosplay for TikTok. So I just want to bring that into like the sex world. Like I just had my man fuck me as Chung Lee.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh,
Yeah. And it was
that's
crazy because we ended up doing that video on the same day of the video game drop, which I had no idea that they was doing again. So I was like,
coincidentally. Let's
yeah,
market the fuck
I
out of
was
this.
like,
Like
universe.
coincidentally,
Mhm.
we're marketing geniuses.
Right.
Coincidentally, it's not. I really, really, and just a fan. I'm a fan. I get on here and I talk about so many different things, but I believe that sexual freedom is something that is rarely discussed. People get so caught into what they can't do, what
Right.
they won't do, what they not gonna do, what they scared to do. What I'm scared because I'm gonna like it. I'm scared because I'm not gonna like it. It's
What
like
people might judge them for, all that. Hmm.
you're so bound all the time. So for 2022, like my goal is to help people break out of these
Hmm.
shells, break
Yeah.
out of these sexual bounds, and start to really expand their barriers and expand and do new things. If you were to give advice to, let's say it's an amateur couple, they want to make their first video, what kind of advice would you give them about taking that step?
Just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Take a couple shots and get jiggy, man. Just get loose. Don't be afraid, man. If she accidentally lick a little too low, man, just let her do it and keep going, bro. Just don't hit it. Don't be like, oh, like just just hey, if you like, just let it go. Just let everything happen, man. I would just don't be afraid of anything. Like people are so judgmental, but like at the end of the day, you gotta remember who paying your bills. So that's really what you gotta remember from. And then just at the end of the day, like live your life for y'all. Don't care about what anybody else is worried about. If y'all happy, then who cares? Who cares if you want to wear a freaking dinosaur head and get smashed? Do what you want to do. You want to scream like a pterodactyl while it happens. Do what you want to do, man. Nobody, no, fuck it.
Ain't no wrong. Ain't no
Mhm.
wrong with that though. Like I really I've really just become so much more sexually explorative as I've gotten older. Part of that is having a partner who's willing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's such a big piece. Is I could do all the shit I want to do. You know what I
Right.
mean? I could come in here and dress like some shit ready to take your whole soul. But if you're not in a position to have your soul took, you know, There's a problem there.
Facts. Facts.
So, as you guys are going out and exploring and are trying new things, be mindful that your partner has to be on that page with you. And it's okay if you and your partner are on different pages. Sometimes you got to give somebody a minute just to catch up. But definitely don't ever stop trying new things.
Facts.
For 2022 on Sex Talk with T Gray, we are doing our sexual bucket list, you guys. All of us that survived the whole damn pandemic. Life is too short not to be fucking and having a good time. So, what are the things on your bucket list? What are the things that you want to make sure you do sexually before you're out of here? So, Miss McFly, give us two. If you can think of some shit you ain't already did.
I want to projectile squirt on my man.
Amen. That's one.
Like, I just want to shower. that's I'm gonna figure it out. I swear I'm gonna figure it out. And then two, be more open-minded to anal, because I ain't about that life right now.
So
I ain't about that life, boy.
You know, I'm gonna be quite honest.
I got so many friends. They be like, "No, you gotta try and feel." No, and it's just off my first experience. It was ruined. It's just horrible. And I
was
know
the dude really big?
No, I wasn't really big. Just decided to just Hadouken up in my booty hole, like no gentleness, no caress, no. I got you, shorty. Like nah, just
Nah.
awful, horrible.
Yeah, no, you gotta talk to her.
Guard.
You gotta talk to her, fellas. You got to prime the asshole, fellas. Don't be jealous of the lube, fellas. It helps. Or ladies too, who are strapping up and going back there. Why? I don't know, but
okay.
So this is what I found to help me with that. And this is just my own personal thing. You guys can take this advice of leadership wherever you want. But I found that if I do a butt plug for maybe 24 to 48 hours, not consecutively, but definitely leave one in for, the majority of the day, what have you, for like 48 hours before the day that it happens, it is so much smoother. And like the butt plug doesn't have to be huge because, they come in different sizes. I might do like a small one or a mid-size one, like during the day, what I mean, for a couple of days. And then when it happens, of course, I don't use water-based lubricants because I found that they just don't agree with me.
Right.
With our own fluid is thicker than that. So back there, I need something that's a little thicker than that. Right. So I'll just old school Vaseline that shit.
Okay.
I do the butt plug. Once 2 days, that third day, okay, we about to get it. Got the Vaseline on him. The Vaseline is around me and in me. And yeah, it is a smoother process. Mr. Flatliner says, lay on your side next time. So the side can work. But guess what, Mr. Flatliner? It don't work for every size dude. Let's just call a spade a spade.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Bae kind of thick, man. I'm over here. I'm over here stressing out. I'm like, all right, man. The butt plug doesn't even compare.
It does.
I'm gonna try. I do butt plugs. I do butt plugs. I have a couple that are like I have a bunny tail butt plug and like a foxtail or whatever, and I'll be messing with those every now and then. But like I just oof.
And Aretha Williams chimed in and said to use organic coconut oil as a lube.
Oil.
Yeah, that sounds fair, Aretha. Organic coconut oil. I like to just be real.
Coconut oil to shave the coochie. So.
So I just want you, whenever you try these things, so maybe those two things might happen on the same day. You never know. But whenever you do,
I'm gonna shoot a DM and be like, look, I done tried some.
Yeah, but definitely. So I can be honest. I've seen you guys' videos, but I don't have like no memory of like what size your dude is, nothing like that. So, if he is larger, because the butt plugs come in different sizes, I would say try to up the size every
Yeah.
day. You know what I mean? A lot of people do anal beads, but you don't get the same feel
Yeah.
as, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
definitely just widen it. Some women do like deep cleaning the asshole with milk. I'm not doing all of
With
that.
what?
Milk, they be shooting milk up there. Bitch, I'm not doing that. But
That's a whole new meaning to she needs some milk.
listen, I have watched so many things because when I'm trying to when I'm trying to do something new, like I do a lot of research, you know what I mean? I'm at an age where I can't
Milk.
afford shit to break haphazardly. So I'll do a lot of research and especially when it came to anal play, just how to clean the penetration, the this, that, and the third, because you want it to be pleasing.
Right.
Now, I don't come from anal play,
Right.
but I will masturbate while I'm receiving anal play, then okay, you know what I mean? So since I know it's not for me, okay, let me just clear that up.
Yeah.
It ain't
I'm
for
about to
me.
say, because if it ever happened, it ain't for me.
It ain't for
No,
me.
it ain't for
I
me.
don't have a prostate. I'm not about to bust from nothing anal. So it's not for me. It's for
Right.
so,
Right.
that like I do have to masturbate in the time while I'm doing it. But the masturbation also helps
Yeah.
because then the masturbation is now causing me to contract, and then you can feel that back there as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, just let me know how it goes.
Yeah,
You like
man.
too much
Let
bed.
you, let you know. I'm trying to muster it up to it.
The things we do for love.
Right, I'm saying though, the things we do for love. I'm like, that's a whole nother pain, yo. Like, I'll take period cramps over booty hole.
It is different. It is definitely. It is definitely different.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the squirting thing, I wish I had some advice to give.
Oh man, I'm figured out, man. I've squirted a couple times, but not that much.
Projectile.
Yeah, man, I'm
So
trying to like
definitely.
all over my hands. Champagne showers on them, man. You feel me?
So definitely we have about 6 different internal spots. And so because we have 6 different internal spots, they all create the ejaculation in a different way. And so it is the O spot that creates the squirt. And then there's another spot that I think once you go past the O spot, then that's what helps you do the projectile. But I have never really had projectile squirt either. Like, and I know that I squirt, like it's been like flooding every goddamn where. But I ain't seen it shoot across the room.
Yeah, man. That's
Except this one time, y'all. I'm gonna just share this. Y'all better not tell no motherfucking body.
don't tell nobody.
Don't tell nobody. So there's one time I was with the best sex of my life dude. Okay, shout out to him. We ain't together no more. But I was with him. And he had me tied. He had me bent over in the middle of the floor, but my wrists were tied to my ankles. And he it wasn't penile penetration, it was actually with his hand, but I think it was the direction that my body was in, and so it was a lot of stimulate, and then you put
Yeah.
2 fingers in and pull out. And when that happened, I did shoot at the wall, but that has not happened ever since then.
Oh
So
wow.
definitely it could be position specific.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To create what it is that you're trying to ascertain. Just set the cameras up right. Try that shit
I'm
too.
figure it out. Get the angles. I'm gonna make it look like it's gonna be something one way or another.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So where do you see this going for you? What's your end goal with what you're doing?
To fall off the grid. Honestly, I'm about to make enough money to basically have other sources of income to just fall off the grid. Because
Mhm.
I got a love hate like a love hate relationship with the internet. Like I never expected to blow up as much as I have or be on social media as much as I am ever. So when it just kind of took off, I just kind of went with it, and the income is great. So that's just what it is for now, though. Initially, I just want to fall off and then, where's McFly? Living her best life. Like, I ain't trying to be on here no more. For real, for real. I don't want to get on the internet unless I gotta check my bank account or something like that. Move some funds around.
So let's go back to before you were McFly. Let's
Hmm.
go back to your first experience to now where you are now. What have you learned most about yourself sexually from the first time you had sex to the last time you had sex?
Shit. Hmm. The first time I ever had sex was horrible. It was only about 5 minutes. So I learned a lot from that, but not really. I didn't learn too much from that. It lasted about 5 minutes. What could I have learned from that? But to
Mhm.
now, I don't know. It's been a big difference. I haven't been as sexually active growing up versus now. I'm way more sexually active now. Growing up, I
Mhm.
was not nowhere near as sexually active at
Mhm.
all.
Mhm.
Even when I did have boyfriends, it wasn't like something that we did all the time.
Right. But what have you learned about yourself as a woman or in that
Um,
aspect? What have you learned about yourself in that way? Uh-oh. She froze. We froze. It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. Not the froze face. There you go.
okay.
No, so what I said was just what have you learned about yourself as a woman?
um,
About just about you at your core. What have you learned about you at your core?
I don't know. I've always been, I guess, maybe protective of myself. So I guess just to be more open hearted for real and not be so defensive. Cause I've had I've had a unfortunate fair share of unfortunate things happen to me that were sexually based growing up
Hmm.
that should have could have probably caused me to just completely hate men or just people all around altogether. So just kind of just to keep an open heart and just kind of like continue to be free and not shelter myself from my past experiences.
Yeah, most definitely. Do those experiences still impact how you perform today?
No, kind of just put those. You kind of have to like forgive the people even if they don't know,
Hmm.
and just kind of like keep going. Because I remember sitting in depressive times and it being there for way too long, way longer than I needed to be.
Hmm.
So.
Most definitely. I know that sexual trauma for anybody can definitely be something hard to get past. And
Hmm.
I was having a conversation with someone, and they said, you're either going to go to the right or the left. Either you're going to end up being repressed sexually, or you're going to be so open that it's just, you know what I mean? And then how do you toe that line, or how do you make that decision to keep moving forward past trauma? But kudos to you
Thank you.
for, you know what I mean, taking it, overcoming it, being stronger than it, and and actually being just really, I feel like you're such a fantastic motivator. I feel like as a woman, being able to see you, watch you, it gives me a sense of I could do that shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And not everybody does that. Not everybody you watch, everybody you see makes you feel in a way that is comfortable enough for you.
Right.
Um, but you definitely bring that. You definitely resonate with women, all shapes, all sizes, all colors, all creeds. What does that mean to you?
It's
To be
actually
able to do
dope.
that.
It's actually dope. It's one of the reasons that I've stayed on social media because I've realized how much of an influence that I have been on not only women but just people in general. Like sharing little parts of my story on like on TikTok or whatever platform that I use, and people just being able to relate and just telling me, "Oh, you've made my day better." Like not even just like towards the sex content, but just all the other content I do too. It just
Mhm.
being an influence in that way. It keeps me on here because it's like, dang, bro, what if I get off here and show them that like life is really eating at me, then what if they lose their hope or confidence in trying to keep pushing too? So I ain't gonna lie, man. Sometimes it sucks being, your biggest motivation to keep pushing. But like, I ain't gonna lie, if it wasn't, I probably am my biggest motivation to keep pushing, other than my kid. But sometimes, sadly, like that feels like it's not enough. So I really have to be my biggest push and motivation, like almost all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely. It can be hard
Yeah.
to be that person because, like you said, nobody really takes into account that you're human too. You have your bad days, you have your moments you're not feeling this shit, you have your moments that the comments aren't so positive and you still gotta, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
keep moving. Um, it definitely can be a give and take. And I know a lot of people don't consider that side when it comes to sex. A lot of people who see people having sex or doing anything intimate and there's money involved, it's like, oh, she with it, she all right, they happy, they this, like, nah,
No,
we're still real people, like, what are you talking about?
we are normal people, and also like me and my man, we've dealt with like just people just being messy, people going and trying to pull up old tweets and sending it to each other, and just old TikToks and sending it to each other, just trying to be messy. So just have to be confident in our communication and our stuff, and
Mhm.
just kind of bypass, because there is so much negativity on social media. And if I were to feed into half that, oh my gosh, I probably would have taken myself off the map a while ago, because people are mean.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I wish I had your dude on here with you because I don't get to have couples often. But when I do, I like to do intimacy exercises with the couples.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a one on
I'm about
one
to say,
real
I'm
quick.
sure you would like to do that one day. I'm sure you would
Yeah,
like
but
to hop on here.
we'll do a one on one though real quick because again, you have this relationship, but then you all now are creating
Hmm.
wealth together. Um, I know sometimes working with your partner can be
Hmm.
the little line here, you got to some stuff don't cross there, some
Yeah.
stuff don't cross there. But what has been the most rewarding part about being able to work with him?
um Being able to get like overcome stuff that normal couples probably wouldn't be able to overcome, which is like mainly the social media based stuff. I feel like
Mhm,
a lot of people would give in to a lot of the comments that we get, and seeing a lot of the people thirst over, the other person, vice versa. We get a lot of thirst on both ends. So just being able to sit there and like laugh about it, and just go about our day and just continue to just keep it moving. I feel like that's really dope, because I've been in relationships where like social media has been a problem or was a problem, you know.
mhm,
I just feel like it shouldn't be a problem if you have, trust in your partner, or and that communication is there, then it really shouldn't be an issue, especially if you're like making money off of it, then
mhm,
don't
mhm.
bag.
Yeah, most definitely. If you could describe how it feels when he first enters your body, 5 words, what would those 5 words be?
5 words. I don't even have 5 words. It's more like gasping. It's
I'm gonna die. I'm
it's
gonna die
like
any
it's
minute.
like five, like it's like gasping. Um, I don't know. I don't be talking too much. I
Listen, this is one of these one-sided intimacy exercises.
probably be continue to be lost for words every time he enters there, because he's just thick. So I'm just
Amen. Amen. Shout out to you, dude.
yeah,
Shout
right, for real.
out to you, dude. So I use that though as just a That's one of my verbal intimacy exercises for the couples is being able to express that to that person. Like a lot of us have sex with our partners. They know we feel good. You know what I mean? They
Mm-hmm.
see us come however many times. They see the orgasms. They see the squirting. You know, you see the net. It's like you see the finished product. You hear it. You can touch it. You know, the shaking. It's real.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes we don't verbally express when you're in me, this is what
Yeah.
it's doing to me.
Right.
When you're this close to me, or when your chest is on my chest, or you know what I mean, like giving power to the emotional side of it, giving power to what's deeper than the physical side of it.
Right.
um, so the bucket list things are always fun to try with your partner. You know what I mean? You got your couple, have him do his stuff, you know what I mean? And just having those discussions that go beyond, damn, babe, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times that's what it is. You get to calling God, Jesus, whomever, you know what I mean? And you know, sometimes most people are asleep if it's good enough. Goddamn, we not talking about nothing. I'm knocked
Right.
out.
You're gonna knock
But when
that.
I wake up, you know what I mean? Let
Mm-hmm.
me tell you exactly what you made me feel from head to toe. Let me tell you why I'm so excited when I see you, why my girl already starts jumping when I hear your voice on the phone. Like, this is what it is when you're inside of me. This is what it is when I see your head on its way down. Like, I think that it's almost like a sexual love letter, you know
Yeah.
what I mean, for your partners. And it just builds a deeper intimacy, even the two to write it down, because everybody isn't down the street. Everybody, some people have these long distance things. And even though I can see you, I could talk you, I could call you, we could video chat, we could whatever. I have this thing when I'm at work and I could just pull this off, like, yeah, you know, when you put it back in my pocket, like, shh, I mean, damn,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess it's a really good, you know,
Mm-hmm.
intimacy thing. How is it that you're able to keep intimacy on camera separate, or is it separate? Let me say that. Is it separate being on camera versus being off? Is there a different level of intimacy?
Not really, because like half the time we make videos, if it's not like one like where I'm about to dress up, it's not really ever planned. We just kind of randomly, the phone's random, some might be close by, and we just randomly will pick up the phone and just start recording. But the intimacy never level never changes in between like picking up the phone or moving around. Sometimes we be in picking up the phone and then it be feeling too good and just chuck the phone to the side and keep going. Like it doesn't change at all.
That's that's dope. I don't know if you want to do this one day. Okay, just a little bit.
And
I've never, well, I take that back. I have recorded myself. Okay. And if I ever get famous and y'all ever see that shit, I just want y'all to walk away with T Gray took that dick like a champ. The only thing I want y'all to walk away with. Don't walk away and be like, dang, T, you did that. Yes, I fucking did it.
we,
And I took it like a champ. Um, but just to, I guess, be more, not professional, but just to be more, I guess, gritty about it or just different about it. Like, I would love this setup I got right here. I would love these lights and shit.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And me and my babe just, you know what I'm saying? I think that it would be so dope. I don't know if I would go as far as to letting the world see it,
Yeah,
but
but
they,
just for y'all to have it too,
yeah, I've
something
done
I'll
that
have to go back and
a
watch.
couple of times, and I don't have them. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
dudes, they got them. They still got them. They got them. So, you know, I can't go back to it. And so I know Mr. Flatliner earlier asked, you know, do you ever watch your own stuff? Do you,
Mhm.
you know, how does it make you feel? What is it that excites you so much about you? What is it that's your favorite part of your body when you're watching yourself? Or what act is it that you enjoy most when you watch yourself?
It's not even me. It's hearing him moan.
Okay, come on,
Yeah.
sex sounds. Come on, sex sounds.
It's him. It's hearing him moan. I like hearing him moan. I be replaying every birthday. I run it right back just so I can hear him moan over and over and over again. That's what really be getting me off of.
So is it like a deep? Is it a real masculine? Is it a feminine joint? Because some
Like,
dudes make feminine
like
sex sounds.
it's like a strong man moan. Like a strong man.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
It just sounds so good.
What do you think it is that you do that turns him on the most?
um, when I make eye contact, for sure. I think when I make eye contact, he likes that a lot. It might be the eyeballs for real. I ain't gonna lie.
Your eyeballs are nice.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. That's probably what it
You got nice eyeballs.
is. Yeah, that or when I throw back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. With the sunflowers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I swear to God, I was scrolling through some of your pictures and I'm like, bitch, I want some sunflowers too. Like, I don't know where the fuck I'd put them, but I feel like I could use a couple here and there. So if it were not sex, if you woke up next week, next month, and they like, nah, bitch, you done, you out the game, you couldn't have sex anymore, then what?
I don't know. Honestly, what would I do if I wasn't fucking for a living? Because before I was doing that, I was selling cars. And I enjoyed doing that, but like the income I make now is shitting on that. So I'm like, why would I ever go back to doing that? My old boss be like, "Come back to sell cars." I'm like, "Hell no, you tripping?" I know I can come back if I need to, but not.
But what about on an emotional level? If you
I
weren't
would
able,
I would probably go back because I used to work at an animal shelter, so probably go back to doing that. Even though it was a very disgusting job, I enjoyed just like taking care of the animals in the shelter. I love animals, so something like that. Or I'll move to Puerto Rico and go work at this one place that I went for the rest of my life.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we first got started, you was rolling up something I'm sure was fantastic. Do you have to be high before sex? Is that your preference?
Actually, because my man doesn't smoke, I am usually sober or like sober when we have sex. So I've never actually never really been high. Like I've probably been high maybe like 3 or 4 times that we've had sex.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It froze.
It did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so most of the time I'm sober, or we'll probably take a couple shots and get a little tipsy before we start messing with each other.
So I've had other people on. We talk about smoking a great deal. I'm a smoker. Um, and so a little bit of my story, I was once married. I smoked every day. Didn't realize that the sex was garbage until I stopped smoking. And so since then, I've always felt like if you smoke or if you drink or if you something prior to, then you're entering into the situation with the least amount of clarity, or you're just not clear on all the satisfaction. But then on the other side, I've had people on, and we've talked about some of the best strains to have, you know what I mean, before sex. Yes. I play the good guy, the good cop and the bad cop on here. Just for everybody. But since you are a smoker and you do have the ability to be, have great sex with it or without, do you have a preference?
Oh, I love sativa. Sativa is my go-to. I would smoke sativa for the rest of my life. I don't really like indica because I don't like feeling slumpy and sleepy. I don't want to be all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as sex is concerned, do you have a preference to be high or not high?
No, I'd rather be sober. Yeah, I like being sober around him. To be honest, I feel like I just smoke more for like anxiety, or like if I'm bored. I don't like to smoke when I'm bored. I usually use it for anxiety purposes, or like if I get angry for no reason, just being stupid or whatever. But I like having sex sober more.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So before we get back into, because we're about to wrap up in just a minute and let everybody know all your stuff and everything, what would be your best sex advice? 2022, post pandemic, we done survived some shit.
Mm,
What's your
best,
best sex advice for the people?
best sex advice: be open minded. Be open minded.
Yeah.
Simple. Be open minded.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. So, you guys, we were at just a real free spirited 50 minutes with y'all. We did.
I
I
appreciate
ain't have no set questions or none of that shit. And I'm trying to tell you, most of the time, I come to the table, got this real neat shit over here, all these.
it. Bullet point question.
But I really wanted today to just be free flowing. I really, really did. That's the energy that you give me. So I
Probably
said, that's
why
the
it went
energy we
so
going.
smooth. That's probably why it went by so smooth.
It really did. It flew by.
Goodbye.
It flew by, most definitely. Um, but before we go, definitely want to make sure that you reiterate where people can find you. Tell people what they can really expect to see on your OnlyFans, and then how it really functions and operates. Like, can people put in requests, or what? How does your channel, your page go?
I mean, all my content is on my main. I was like, what happened?
It's all about you, boo. Come on.
Okay. Well, all my content is on my main feed. All you gotta do is just go subscribe, and everything is on there. Literally, all my videos that I've made with my man are on there. Even some of the women content is on there. So you can make requests. I'm open to just about anything except like, you know, anything that has to do with poo, or anything that has to do with. I'm working on the booty hole play. We'll get there, but yeah, just make sure y'all go subscribe and show some love.
All righty, most definitely. And you guys, first off, I know we've talked a lot about sex because this is a sex talk, but she's funny, y'all. You funny as hell.
A little bit.
Crack me up. So even if you're somebody who says, okay, well, OnlyFans isn't my thing, she's an influencer. She's a content creator. She has content everywhere, and it's not all just sex. She's super funny, super beautiful, super creative. Um, Definitely with the cosplay, and definitely just with everything that you bring to life. It's some characters that I've seen you do that I just be like, damn, how she do that? Like, maybe you shop where the white people get their costumes, because I ain't
low,
never seen.
low key, I do.
I ain't,
There's this warehouse out here in Atlanta, man. These white folk that owned by these white folk, and it's dope. But they got all kinds of things in there, like all the way from like the fake prosthetics to like masquerade ball stuff. It's wild.
and then you do such a fantastic job, Mr. Flatliner said. Thank you to gorgeous women for the talk and the lessons.
You're
Yeah,
welcome. Thank
that's
you.
what we do. That's what we do. Like, we having a free for all today, guys. So if anybody came in here looking for structure, I'm sorry. T Bray did not have it in her today. But take I guess a couple of good notes from that. Your sex life should be just as carefree.
Mm-hmm.
Should be just as fun and just as chill and laid back, and just every time should be an experience and not just a time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Yeah, go ahead. Were you about to say something?
No, I was saying definitely.
Like, I think because, again, we've all made it through something. It's like, yo, we could really be going tomorrow. We could really be going next week. I could get this cough and be fucked up for life. Like, if I'm going to go, I might as well have had some of the best sex on my way out. Might as well. I might as well have had the courage and the bravery to try the things that I want to try and to stop looking at things as being so taboo. Um, and just getting to a point where we realize that, hey, sex is not always about the other person. Is it? Of course. Being pleasing unto your partner, that's a staple. But then what about you?
Right.
What about your kings? What about your little freaky shit that you want to do? Oh my God, how the church people gonna look? No, be you. Be secure in it. If it's not dangerous, if it's not to cause harm, if it's not to hurt, you know what I mean? Enjoy this ride. You know what I mean? We do not have this car very long. This shit is a rental, you guys, and we have to return it and we got to put the gas back.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you might as well enjoy it while you have it.
Yep.
Okay. Enjoy it while you have it. So that's just what I want to give to you guys, y'all, for all the rest of 2022. Get out there, try it, do it, write it down, cross it off the list. Make it a point to make your sex life as vibrant and as free as it possibly can be.
Period.
Yes, and this is
Oh,
Miss
that's my
McFly
Instagram.
Instagram. You guys, Prophet, was you about to play one of her videos, or you was just showing her page? Prophet in the background just doing stuff. I don't know what he doing. What you about to do with that? When you want to play something, communicate. Let me. No communication. Okay, so we just gonna throw it up on the screen so we so we can get the full view. Okay, in the top we have her cities. You guys on the side we have a little side bod. We get a little thigh action. You make sure you follow her. Y'all so lucky I couldn't play no porn on here because I low key would play the clip here, dude. I would.
Is she cute? And I think I like that. Ain't no skinny girls no more. Where my thick girls at? Can you pounce? Can you pounce one time?
Look at how pretty she is.
Can you pounce one time? Can you pounce? Can you pounce? Bounce, bounce. Can you pounce? Pounce. Can you pounce one time? Can you pounce? Pounce. Can you pounce? Can you pounce?
And that's the chick from Mortal Kombat.
She's from Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. Yeah. Look, show my age. Just know it was one of them. It was one of them.
Close enough.
Yeah, but I dig that. I dig what you do. I dig how creative you are with it. I definitely dig how free you are with it. I look forward to seeing a whole lot more, girl. When you get tired, when you're ready to retire, you know what I mean? Just go on pass me the torch. I'm gonna get something to the people. I don't know what. I don't know what the hell I put on. I'll be dressed like Miss Doubtfire. Y'all come get this shit.
Not Miss Doubtfire.
Somebody will watch it though.
I'm about to say that's gonna be some fire content though. Somebody gonna watch that for sure.
But thank you so much for joining me tonight on Sex Talk with T Gray. I look forward to seeing you one day in person. And happy belated birthday. I know you just celebrated your birthday and had a damn good time.
Yes, I did.
And just shout out to Gina, you guys, for introducing us and making a connection.
Thanks.
And yeah, I look forward to everything you have going on. You all make sure you follow my girl at Hello McFly on Instagram. Ish McFly, Ish TV. And y'all find her, goddamn. Find her. Support her. Keep them coins coming.
You can Google me.
Yeah. All right. This has been Sex Talk with T Gray. I'm going to see you guys next week right here, Tuesday, 9 p.m. on WEMS Radio. Bye-bye.
Hey.